Welcome back. Now, South African singer-songwriter Christi is set to make waves in the music industry with the release of her highly anticipated debut album, Fall Apart. The album is a pop masterpiece infused with 80s synth and pop rock influences that capture the essence of her personal and musical journey. Well, Christi is in studio with us to tell us more about her 11-track album. Good morning. Welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you so much.
Speak to us about your musical journey. Where did it all start for you?
So I've always loved music, always knew I wanted to be a singer, but I finally got the opportunity to start recording during COVID in 2020.
Yeah.
And that basically kick-started everything. And then I released my first single at the end of 2022. And then I decided it's time to make an album.
Yeah.
So that has been the journey as of last year, creating the album.
Yeah.
And now finally releasing it.
How was that single received? Because it was your first project out. And I imagine there's some anxiety about how the industry will receive it.
Definitely. With the music industry, it's all about if people like you or not, if people want to play the song or not. So I was really privileged that it was so well received. Had a lot of radio play from it and good streams. So it was like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. Let's go for it 100%.
Now, talk to us about Fall Apart. What is the album about? What do you sing about in this album?
So Fall Apart is basically a summary of my life up until now. It shows a lot of the downs that I had. So I write from a place of, it's kind of like my journaling. And so a lot of the topics that are discussed in the music is a bit of hard topics, things like depression, alcohol abuse, and a lot of other things, self-doubt as well. And yeah, so Fall Apart is all about those hard topics, but still shown in a fun and upbeat, easy listening type of way.
How would you describe your music for somebody who's just hearing your music for the first time?
So, like I said, it's upbeat. It has nice melodies towards it, but it's also a mix of 80s music, has a lot of synths and those 80s beats going on in there. So I think it's very nostalgic as well. And I also love rock music, so there are a few rock influences that you can hear in the album. Avril Lavigne is definitely a big influence in my life, Taylor Swift and Miley Cyrus. So there's definitely a bit of elements from those three musicians in the music as well.
Talk to us about your writing process. I mean, we touched about how you write about issues that are affecting you, but what does that writing process of music look like for you?
So it's very funny. I usually get most of my ideas in the shower.
All right.
You know, when I'm doing my live concerts. So I usually get a melody with a few words there, and then just I sit with it and I think of what I'm feeling and I write it down. I write down what I'm going through, and then from there I go to the piano, find a few cool chords and maybe things to do musically, and then I take it to my producer, and he goes and he builds it. But it's a very interactive process. I worked with Daniel Barron, who's amazing in what he does, and it was just so much fun working with him. A lot of times we were just thinking exactly the same thing. So it felt like he read my mind and really just brought my music to life.
Now, to celebrate the launch of your album, you released a new single, Love Burn. Tell us a little bit about that.
So Love Burn is a classic breakup song. Also, a lot of inspiration from Taylor Swift and Avril Lavigne. And it is more of the pop rock songs on the album. And it was about a relationship ending and finding out that maybe this guy wasn't telling the truth the whole time. You find things out after the relationship and then you wonder, was it all a lie? What was real, what wasn't? And that's what Love Burn explores.
Now, what did working on this album teach you about yourself and your love for music?
So it definitely taught me to not stay quiet, to speak out, and to also ask for help in these difficult situations, to not go through life alone. And I also experienced that with making the album. I could not have done this without the people in my life, without my producers, people who helped me write on some of the songs. So I really learned that people are there for you, and you shouldn't do life alone.
And most musicians will tell you how, you know, when they put together an album, you know, they struggle to just put it out there. Did you have the same struggles where you said, okay, it's done, we've sang, we've written the music, now let it go?
Definitely. There's a lot of insecurities that a person has surrounding this. You never know if you're going to succeed or not. But I think releasing the album was a big thing for me to get over those fears and to be confident in who I am. Because despite how the album does, I'm proud of the product that I put out, and I put my heart and soul into it. And because of that, obviously I want people to listen to it and to love it, but I love it, and I think that's the most important part.
All right, Christi, thank you so much for talking to us. Okay, what other song are you going to perform for us later?
I'm going to perform my single, Love Burn.
All right, perfect. Christi, it's good to have you. Thank you so much. She was speaking to us about her highly anticipated debut album, Fall Apart. She will be back in a little bit, as she said, perform Love Burn for us. Quick ad break. After this, we speak to attorney Tulani Khomo, who will chat to us about his book titled Redefining Success. Stay with us.